Or he charging out immediately, got himself the trusty Earth Elemental, slapping down Huge Buttman and the Static Totem, interrupt him on ice, but the man should be able to get fire as well as nature damage out fairly early on, trying to go for a bit of Stormkeeper. Ice Fury and Stormkeeper also, neither one of those things have been able to come out so far. Going for the Ice Fury into Stormkeeper, big damage, massive combo, or he got a big combo as well though. What was that? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, that was a lot of damage all at once for either of the Shamans. Gotta be carry, dropping down a spear onto Archie. It's gonna have to play defensively. Mania to wall for this one. Needs all the Maelstrom in the world just to go into heal the Gazelle. Blazer coming down to carry as the man goes in for the Avatar Blaze Storm. Storm strikes out of the Shaman. Disarmed by carry for just a second, but the Shaman doesn't necessarily need the weapons in order to build. Maelstrom just got himself Ghost Tools. Carry kind of low on health. Got himself Stormbolt with a Battle Masters. Try to go for the bit of that battle stance, but may still be in trouble. Man to pop back into defensive stance, just elemental blast and just ripping right through his armor, and Art just keeps storm striking him back to back with Nox, charging back in versus Archie Stormbolt, but it's gonna be the Art Spear, not gonna let him go anywhere whatsoever. Nox has him exactly what he wants. I'm trying to use the Static Totem to separate the two, but Archie's just kind of caught out in the middle. Try to back up. He has cooldowns coming back up. 20 seconds or so for that wall and a 25 seconds on a Guardian. He's just gonna have to use a Maelstrom and mana in order to keep himself alive. Try to see if he can turn the damage back towards Nox though, as Nox having to use defensives. Archie still played it super defensively. Maybe in a bit of trouble. Could be in the execute range. Trying to use whatever Maelstrom he's got in order to keep himself alive. Just try to waddle away from Nox while keeping himself in a Ghostful form. Maybe with a slower too. Stormbolt has a wall back up. Is going to have to use it immediately. Ghostful to help him survive for a little bit longer. Needs that Maelstrom. Guardian Spirit's coming back up very, very soon. Using Guardian immediately. This way he can go super hyper aggressive. And that damage is going to end up healing a portion. For a portion of the damage he does, it's going to also end up healing him. Got himself Ascendance. Maybe this way he just blasts out Nox. Nox does not have any more defensive left. May need a Stormbolt here. Maybe it's just Stormbolt. Oh, the lockdown. Archie had him in the execute range, but the Elemental Blast just ends it. Oh my goodness. Can't believe it. These Shamans right now. Archie is even sitting down to think for mana. Yeah, sitting down just to give himself a sip of that mana. Knight, is it going to be Knight next to potentially Pav? Try to see if he can back away from Knight. Got him some Shield of Vengeance, but that thing is going to break fairly quickly. Knight got him some wings. That's what Archie, I think he's just trying to avoid as best as he can. Got himself the Orchestration. Does he go for the wall this? He doesn't go for the wall. Instead, Knight actually playing super defensive. Trinket out of Archie. Does he have a Hodge follow? Knight may be in trouble. Man, he had himself a wings, bubble, anything. Wait, wings are down. It just use wings. It just doesn't show up in the UI on the left-hand side. Wings says it's up. So you gotta track it separately. Bubble down for Knight. Is gonna go for a Hodge onto Archie, but very, very defensive Hodge. And still just trying to go for the full retreat. The man is just trying to go for full recovery. Dampening isn't even that high, only 80%. And the man is walking into him first. Storm Strike activating Ascendance. Just absolutely blasted right through that armor and taking him down. Gonna be a coordinated assault immediately as he got himself a death shock with Archie. He's gonna pre-wall this damage stun onto Pav. Could kill the totem fast enough. I think it's gonna be double stun. Trying to avoid it, but the pet does get hit with a stun. Static Totem, keeping Pav in place. Archie got himself full defense with Guardian Spirits. Back-to-back Ascendance procs. Pav using defenses to try to survive it. Fade death for just second turtle shot before he goes down into a silence on Archie. But Pav got nothing left in order to survive this. It's just kind of over, isn't it? Just nothing he can do. Element Blast and Archie just ends up dominating it. He would try to see if he can turn it around away from it. Cool got some lick explosions kind of deal, huh? Oh, he just walked in full sweep. Church gonna be first up as a Shaman. As he's already gonna blast it up by Griffin, trying to see if he healed right through it with the oh my god, Maelstrom. My audio is so late, dude. I feel like I'm missing every bit of good starts of the duel. The Rogue decided to just go in full hambo at the very beginning. Lassa to lower him down. It's gonna be a big Element Blast as Rogue dips in super low, but it does escape it. Is there a flame shock on this guy? Church is gonna get hit with a sap back to back. At this point, might just want to trinket it. Gonna be a stun by the Rogue. Grifka walking into this one with every defensive, trying to go for a bit of setup versus Church, but Church looking for a bit of healing. Light allows a trinket out of the Rogue. Does get himself a little bit of healing as the Maelstrom is going back in. Battle Bus trinket to give himself a little bit more health. Disarm right after. Does get her ability. Try to go for a stun tournament to Grifka. Is it gonna be enough though? Ghost will join in. That's gonna fuel you full of Maelstrom. Do you use it offensively, defensively? Big Elabas is to follow. Do you get to take down Grifka right now? Needs to get him out, but the arrow cloaker shot is keeping him healthy. Church tries to see if he can back up out of the kiddish shot to follow. Does he survive it? Or does Grifko go down here? Does the Rogue even have the damage? Maybe he just lives it. Oh my god, that could have been anyone's game. I feel like maybe the Shaman should have just went for Elite Blast at the end. BD trying to see if he can slay down the rogue before he gets to escape it. Wait a second. Double glaive. There's no way you survive this. Yeah, not in a blade dance. Even if you gouge a blade dance after that thing started going, it's over. Troll gonna be up next as an Elemental Shaman versus a Demon Hunter. Normally, Demon Hunters are pretty good at bypassing magic damage. So for Troll, that's gonna be quite a competitor, especially someone who can't really be knocked around as easily. With BD having incredibly good mobility, hunt down onto Troll is going to have a pre-wall for this one. Got himself Light Lesser, tried to see if he can run BD, forced him to shake it out of him, but Troll found himself with like no health whatsoever. Fierce Sigil, walking away out of it, big Earth Shocks to follow, leaping away for BD, trying to see if he can keep him in place, but again, it's a Demon Hunter, you can't really keep him away from him for too long. It's going to be a Hex to follow, and BD does not have a trick and try to go for intro, but did end up getting juked out on it, with Troll setting up an Ice Fury versus the Demon Hunter. Could be a lot of damage if he gets lucky with those Lava Bursts, as BD trying to see if he can find a better angle. Lava Burst flying in, doing quite a bit of damage, but not giving him the luck of the draw. BD still super low in health. Frost Shock with an Earth Shock, got himself the immunity. But Tron may just be able to capitalize here. Maybe able to get him right now with a Lava Burst. Oh, big Earth Shock as soon as the immunity breaks. Does end up taking him out. And Tron just trying to see if he can get away from Yasha one way or another, away from that stun. Does he have a knockback? If he got himself an angle, but Yasha got a lot of damage from Tron, needs to escape the Paladin and maybe get himself a heal or two. Does go down. Oh my god, the Paladin just got quite a bit of damage to him though. My goodness. Dropping down the Consecration as Fashion walking right over it. Kidder shot to follow on to Yasha as the Poison Bomb does come down. I think Fashion just tried to see if he could go for a little bit more sustained damage. Blind out of Yasha, but it was a pre-cloak by the Rogue Spikes to follow. But it's just able, oh, can't quite puncture past the bubble, but God, the Paladin pretty low. Stun to follow. Does Yasha turn around here? There's no way. Fashion with a trinket. I don't know if you necessarily needed to. Yasha's getting quite a bit of damage though. Hold on, the Paladin could maybe turn around onto the Rogue Scoundrel. Shield of Vengeance. He's playing Fashion. Wants to go for damage, but doesn't want to maximize. Oh my God, he just had to go for it. He just had to go for it, even through Shield of Vengeance, even through a little bit of that holy damage burning him. He had to go for it, see what happens. Summon up an A-bomb is definitely going to get the rogue infected with a disease. Frosty Mage is going to slow the rogue down. The ghoul is upon him. And Fashion's kind of limited on what he could really do. I love that Harlequin attire, by the way. It looks so good. I love the looks of that thing. Jesus, try to see if he can find a better angle. Garrod out of the rogue, try to build up a couple of count points, separating the Death Knight away from his pets for the most part. Army that Ed joins in, stun onto the rogue. Nothing he can really do as a full army of the Undead descends upon him. With KT, I think it's going to be up next. If not, Kragar got himself the AMS, so should be able to walk towards KT unabated, immune to any magic damage. It's going to summon up the army as well, A-bomb and everything. KT might just have to pop big defenses. KT needs to make a play. Jesus has him on the ropes, but KT definitely needs to make a play as soon as possible. The man just is going to go down to the army of the undeads. Not much you can really do about it. With Kragar charging out next as an arms warrior, he has quite a two people to get through it. I thought it was 3 for a second. Stun on Jesus does have himself the IBF to break out of that stun. Maybe this could be an opportunity for Jesus to come back here, blinded to Kragar. Summon up an army maybe? Does he have a stun? Is going to get himself the A-bomb. Maybe a stun. Does he have a Strangulate? Does have a Strangulate. Army joining in. If you can just keep the warrior away and he have him fighting the army, you may just actually have him down here. Kragar is being tested. Does he have any survivability anymore? He's very limited on what he can do. Got himself a little bit more health borrowed. Maybe he can go for an Impeded Victor on one of the beds, but I think he may be done and done. I think the Death Knight may just have him here. Leaping around the corner. Try to see if he can end the duel right now. Breaking through his defenses is going to shatter the DK. Had to go for the leap charger on the corner. Otherwise, it was going to be over. With Sham, Lasso left over for the team. One Kragar has no help whatsoever, but if he gives him the honor duel, he will be able to catch up with the second wind. It looks like he's trying to give the man a proper honor duel. He's trying to give him an honorable bout here. Kragar able to at least catch up, man, at feet, or sort of, kind of. Is kind of letting you catch up, but doesn't want you. He wants to give you, I think, a fighting chance, but doesn't want you to completely come back fully. That's what it seems like. Gonna be Sham trying to see if he can back away from Kragar, rooting him out in the open as the parry's out really early. Reflect up for Kragar. Sham with a lasso to follow. I think it's down for Kragar, isn't it? Knocking him back. He's just having some fun with the guy at this point, I think. Kragar, though, going for a bit of a battle mess trinket, but Sham takes him out, I think, with a lava latch at the end. That or a fatty storm strike. Jesus almost came back there, dude. That unholy, undead playstyle is so good. If you can just play out to the pet strength, just slow their man down, keep him at bay, that would be so... It was so close, dude. It was so close. Alrighty, boys.